Hello dear students, good morning. Again I want to repeat the same thing. As you know that we are facing the problem of pandemic COVID-19 and still now there is no medicine for this pandemic COVID-19. So that's why till now until then we have to follow the SMS rule, that is you have to maintain the social distancing, you have to wear the mask and also you have to sanitize your hand when required. Second things, just I want to told you again, जब तक दवाई नहीं तब तक कोई ढिलाई नहीं. Okay, now let us focus on the second and last part of unit 12 amine. Now in first part I told you that about the nomenclature of amines, and I also told you the preparation of 1 degree primary aromatic and aliphatic amines. Now here I will focus on the physical and chemical property. So first of all, the physical properties of amines. In physical properties you have to know two more important properties, that is solubility and a boiling point. So let us focus on the boiling point. So first of all, amines have higher boiling point than hydrocarbons and also even that ether. This is due to presence of, that means formation of H bonding. Now one question may be arises, if you given propane, okay, that means C3 H2 and CS3, then you have given C2H5 NS2, then you have given C2H5 OH and one acid, that is HCOOH. Now what about the molecular weight? So now let us focus on the propane, ethylamines, ethyl alcohol and formic acid. The molar weight of these compounds are 44, 45, 46 and 46. Now what about the boiling points? So this have boiling point 228. Then the boiling point of this is 292. The boiling point of this is 351 in Kelvin, and this have 392. Sorry, 374. So the boiling point of this is 374 Kelvin. Are you getting this point? So look at here. This is acid. This have more boiling point than alcohol. Alcohol have more boiling point than amines, and amines have more boiling point than propane. So this have only one type of interaction, that is known as van der Waals force. Van der Waals force. Here H bonding. This also have H bonding. This also have H bonding. But H bonding is stronger in acid in comparison to alcohol, and the H bonding of alcohol is stronger than amines. So look the conditions why this happens. So here NH bond and here OH bond. This OH bond is more polar. This NH bond is less polar in comparison to alcohol. So that's why amines are 1 degree or 2 degree, they are less having boiling point than alcohol. So one question may be arises from this point. Now one question arises from what is the boiling point of 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree amines. So look at here, what about the boiling point of 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree amines? So we have taken the example of this CS3, CS2, CS2, CS2 and NS2. So this is 1 degree amine. Now for 2 degree amines, C2H5, NH, C2H5, and for 3 degree amines we are taken C2H5, N, CS3 and CS3. So this is known as 1 degree amines, 2 degree amines and 3 degree amines. Now what about the, basically you have to know that here. So here you have to know that molar weight. So molar weight of all these amines are 73. This also have 73. This also have 73. So now what about the boiling points? So just think about the boiling points. So the boiling point of this is 350 approximate. This have approximate 329 and this have approximate 310 boiling points in Kelvin. So one question may be rises, why the boiling points of 1 degree means is more than 2 degree and why the boiling points of 2 degree is more than 3 degree. In that condition, just think about that. In these conditions, this have 2 NH, this have 1 H attached with N, but here no H attached. So no H. In that conditions, the more number of H, more will be the H bonding. Here no H, so that's why no H bonding. So that's why 3 degree amines are less boiling, having the less boiling point than 2 degree, and 2 degree have, due to presence of 1 NH, have less H bonding than 1 degree. So that's why 1 degree have more boiling point than 2 degree and 2 degree have more boiling point than 3 degree. So one question also rises from the boiling points by 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree amines. So this is due to presence of H bonding in 1 degree and there is no H bonding in 3 degree due to absence of hydrogen atom. Are you getting this point? Now what about the solubility? So the second physical property is solubility. The amines are basically lower amines are soluble in water. Okay, so up to 6 carbon atom they are soluble in water due to formation of H bonding. But as the number of carbon increases, hydrophobic part increases and solubility decreases. Are you getting this point? The amines are soluble due to formation of H bond. Okay. One question may be rises about the aromatic amines. The aromatic amines are insoluble in water. This is due to large hydrocarbon part. So these about the solubility of amines. Now let us focus on the chemical properties. This is most important for examination point of view. Chemical properties. So first of all you have to know that why the amines have chemical properties. So this is due to one thing to difference in electronegativity of nitrogen and hydrogen. Okay, and one due to presence of unsaid electrons pair or lone pair on nitrogen atom, they have chemical reactivity. One more questions may be rises, why the amines are more reactive. That means why amines are reactive. In that condition you have to give the answer in term of electronegativity difference between nitrogen and hydrogen. Second, due to presence of lone pair on nitrogen atom, the amines are reactive. Are you getting this point? Then one more question may be rises, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree amines are differ in so many properties. So here you can write the answer in term of H. So H, 1 degree have 2H, 2 degree have 1H and 3 degree have no H. So this also decide the chemical properties of amines. Now let us focus on the first of all most important property, that is basicity. That is basicity. So how can you decide the basicity? So look at here, RNH2, we have taken the water. Now this will form RNH3 plus and OH minus. For this we write the equilibrium constant like this. So here K equal to the concentration of product divided by concentration of reactant. Now look at here, RNH2 and water. Now this will water are multiplied by this K. Now this become Kb. Kb means base constant. This equal to K multiply by concentration of water molecule. This I told you that the water is large excess, that's why molarity will not change for this. Now you will get RNH3 plus molarity and OH minus divided by RNH2. So look at here, more the dissociation, more will be the Kb. So that's why what you know that Kb is directly proportional to basic nature. That means more the Kb, stronger will be the base, and this is inversely proportional to pKb. Just you know that pKb equal to minus log Kb. So that means more the Kb, less will be pKb. Are you getting this point? So by this way you can find the basic nature of amines. Now one major questions may be arises from the basic nature in aqueous medium and in gas phase. So look at here, basic nature in gas phase. So one question may be arises कि aliphatic amines are more basic than ammonia. So first of all, RNS2 is more basic than ammonia. So look at here, due to plus I effect, what happens? It increase electron density of nitrogen atom. Now these electrons are easily available for donation. So that's why aliphatic amines are more basic than ammonia. Now in gas phase what happens? कि 3 degree amines is stronger base than 2 degree, and 2 degree amines are stronger base than 1 degree amines, and 1 degree are stronger base than ammonia. So here you have to know only plus I effect. So due to plus I effect, the basicity of aliphatic amines are in this order, okay, in gas phase. Now one question may be arises, in aqueous phase what happens? So in case of aqueous phase, in aqueous phase, what is the basicity? So two questions are arises. One to for methyl. So for methyl you have to learn that 2 degree, then 1 degree, then 3 degree, and then ammonia. So this is basicity of methylamines, okay, in aqueous medium. Now for ethyl, that means if alkyl groups are ethyl, in that conditions, 2 degree, then 3 degree, and then 1 degree. So this is order for ethylamine and then ammonia. Are you getting this point? So for methyl as alkyl group, you have to learn that 2, 1, 3 and ammonia, okay, and for this you have to learn that 2, 31 and ammonia, okay. Are you getting this point? So now one question arises, why the order are changed with respect to gas. So now you have to put 3 reasons for this. So this is due to first plus I effect, second solvation effect, and third steric hindrance. So your answer in aqueous phase is belong to basically due to 3 reasons, that 3 effect, okay, 1 solvation effect, plus I effect, and 1 hindrance, steric hindrance. So this question is very much important for board examinations. Again listen, in gas phase you have to follow the 3, 2, 1, okay, and then ammonia. But in aqueous phase here 2 questions are arises, one in term of methyl, one in term of ethyl, okay. So for methyl as a substituent, okay, in that condition you have to learn that 2 degree, this is 2 degree, okay, 1 degree and 3 degree. Here you have to write that what, 2 degree, then 3 degree and 1 degree, and then ammonia. Are you getting this point? So these are the basicity order of aliphatic amines with respect to ammonia, okay. Now again let us focus on the basicity. So here the basicity of aromatic amines versus ammonia. So again listen here, ammonia is more basic than aromatic amines. That means benzene ring containing NH2. So look at here, what this happen? The electrons of this nitrogen is localized and hence localized and hence available for donation. Now look at here, the nitrogen is having the lone pair is delocalized, and that's why unavailable for donation, and hence ammonia is more basic than aromatic amines. Now one question may be arises कि what happens with the substituent. So look at here, effect of substituents on aromatic amines. So look at here, aromatic amines, that means NH2, when combined with H plus, it will gives cations. This cations is like this. Now if electron donating group are attached, in these conditions what happen? What type of electron donating group? It may be CS3, it may be OCS3, it may be NH2. So these are electron donating group. In that condition what happens? The cation, this is a cation, stabilize, hence basic character increases. Are you getting this point? That means if the substituent and electron donating group, in that conditions the cations are stabilized, and in that conditions what happens? The basicity increases. Now what happens with the electron withdrawing group? So again look this effect here. What happens here? If we are added here, electron withdrawing group. So look at here, what happens? Okay. So now here you have to add electron withdrawing group. So now this withdrawed electrons, are you getting this point? This group may be X halogen, may be NO2 group, may be CN group. Okay. So it withdraw the electrons. In that conditions, cation formed is destabilized. Okay, and hence basicity decreases. Are getting this point? The electron donating group increase the basicity of aromatic amines, and electron withdrawing group decrease the basicity of aromatic amines. Now look some examples how this can be happen. So just we are taking the examples of amines like this. NH2 group, this have NO2 group. We have taken one amines like this, NH2, and one amine like this, having the CS3 group. Okay. So now what is same here? Ring NH2 are same. Here NO2 have minus R and minus I effect, that means it withdraw the electrons. Here no effect. Here what happens? This have plus R and plus I effect. So look at here, electron donating group, electron withdrawing group, but here no such group are there. So that's why this 1, 2 and 3. So this is known as para-nitroaniline, aniline, and this is known as para-methyl aniline. Are you getting this point? In this condition, this is also known as para-toluidine. So this is more basic than aniline. Aniline is more basic than para-nitroaniline. So in that condition, you can write the answer like this: 3 is more basic than 2, and 2 is more basic than 1. So by this way, you can know that the basic order of aromatic amines by attachment of electron withdrawing group or electron releasing group. Now, one question may be arises: कि ortho substituted amines are weaker base than anilines. So look at here, one more question arises, that is known as ortho effect. So what is the ortho effect? So look at here, NH2 group, here one group is attached, this group may be electron withdrawing group or may be electron releasing or electron donating group. Are you getting this point? So this group may be electron releasing and this may be electron withdrawing group. So whatever the conditions are there. So now let us focus on the again ortho effect. What is the ortho group effect? So group attached with ortho position may be electron releasing group or may be electron withdrawing group. In both the conditions, this is always less basic than anilines. Just to take one examples, okay? So NH2, okay? Is this also contains NH2, but ortho group contains electron donating group, but still it is less basic than anilines. So this is known as ortho effect. So these are about the basic nature of amines. Now dear students, let us focus some more important reactions that is known as acylation reaction. So second reaction is acylation. This is also known as benzoylation. When benzoyl group are attached, so look what happens here. So these reactions are given by only 1 degree and 2 degree amines. 3 degree amines do not give this reaction due to absence of hydrogen atom. So look at here what you have to do that. The CH3, CO, Cl are taken. You can remove one H from here and one Cl from here. So now what is the reactions here? Pyrimidine, okay, in presence of pyrimidine. So now CH3, NH, now this C attached by double bond O with this N and CH3. Now how can write the name of N attached the methyl, so that's why N methyl and 1 and 2 carbon is known as ethanamide. So this is known as N-methyl ethanamide. Are you getting this point? If we are taking the 2 degree amines, so this will also give the reactions. So C2H5, NH and CH3 are taken. This also give this type of reactions. So CH3, C double bond O and Cl. Again 1 H and 1 Cl are removed. Okay. Now what you get? The answer C2H5 N CH3 C double bond O and CH3. Now you can write the name of this chemical N-methyl ethanamide. Are you getting this point? So these are known as acylation. When these reactions occur with the help of benzene containing amines, that is aromatic amines, so now this reaction is known as benzoylation. So look at here what this will be formed. So NH2, okay, this will react with benzoyl chloride, C double bond O and Cl. Now again 1 H and Cl are removed. Now your product will be, look at here, what is the product? The NH, C double bond O, okay, and one ring attached like this. Are you getting this point? So here N attached with phenyl, so this is known as N-phenyl and this is known as benzamide. So benzenamide. Okay. So this is known as benzoylation reactions. Are you getting this point? Now next reactions, you have to know carbyl-amine reaction. This is most important for examination point of view. So next reaction is known as carbyl-amine reaction. Carbyl-amine reaction. This is also known as isocyanide test. So this reaction is only given by the 1 degree amines. Okay. So given by 1 degree aliphatic or aromatic amine in presence of chloroform and base. Are you getting this point? So look at here what happens here. So just we have taken 1 degree amines. It may be contains, that means AR and R NH2. Now it will react with chloroform in presence of base KOH. Okay. Now heat them. What happens here? If this part change into NC. So now your answer will be AR and R. Now this become NC. So this is known as isocyanide. Okay. If AR is there to phenyl isocyanide, if R is there to alkyl isocyanide, and rest of things you will get 3 KCl plus water. Okay dear students. So by this way this is known as isocyanide test. So this reaction is only given by the 1 degree amines. So one question may be rises, how can you differentiate between the 1 degree and 2 degree and 3 degree amines? So by these reactions you can differentiate 1 degree from 2 degree and 3 degree amines. Now one more reactions you have to know that in this chapter, that is also very important, Hensberg reagents. So Hensberg test. So this is also a type of test which are given by the only 1 degree and 2 degree amines. So this test is also given by 2 degree and 3 degree amines. So now you can write this about reaction with aryl sulfonyl chloride. So now look at here, what happens here? You have taken the 1 degree amines. Now C2H5NH2. This will react with, so this is known as 1 degree amine. This will react with benzene sulfonyl chloride, SO2 and Cl. Now again what happens? 1 H and 1 Cl can be removed. Okay. So now this will produce C2H5NH, SO2 and ring like this. Okay. So 1 degree means react with benzene sulfonyl chloride, and this will gives N-ethyl benzene sulfonamide. Are you getting this point? So this is known as N-ethyl benzene sulfonamide, and this is soluble in alkali. So one question arises, why this is soluble in alkali? So look at here, this NH bond is more polar due to presence of SO2 group. This is the electron bit drawing group, so that's why they increase the polarity of NH bond, and hence this H is acidic in nature, and now this dissolve in the alkali. Now what happened with the 2 degree amines? So look at here about the 2 degree amines. So just you have taken, look at here what you have to change here. So just you have taken the 2 degree amines, okay, like this. So these are same again, one Cl remove with this H, and this is known as 2 degree amine. Now here what you have to do that, this H is removed and now this becomes C2H5. Are you getting this point? What change you have to do in case of 2 degree? So now this become N comma N, and this is diethyl benzene sulfonamide. Okay. Now this is not soluble in alkali, okay, due to absence of acidic H. So by this way you can differentiate between the 1 degree and 2 degree amines. Now what about the 3 degree amines? So 3 degree amines means, look at here. So when 3 degree amines react with, you taken like this C6H5, SO2 and Cl. So now you can write no reaction. So this is due to absence of H in 3 degree amines. So 3 degree amines can be differentiated from the 2 degree and 1 degree by this way. So these two are major tests by which you can differentiate amines. First is carbylamine test and second is Heisenberg test. Now let us focus on the reactions of aromatic amine, that is most important for board examinations. So this is known as electrophilic substitution reaction. So this thing you have to know that the ring attached with NH2, here 1 lone pairs are there in that conditions what happens? These lone pairs are move in the ring, and that's why increases the electron density. So look at here, this is electron pair donor. Now this will move here, so that's why NH2 group is ortho para director. So this group is ortho para director. This I told you so many times. Okay. So what happens here? Look at here. Double bond NH2 plus charge, negative charge here. Okay. So now this negative charge move on the ortho, second time para, then again ortho. So that's why this is ortho para directors, and hence the reaction taking place due to presence of NH2, most of the reactions at ortho para position. One more thing, it is a very good activator of benzene rings. So that's why most of the reactions taking place at both ortho and para position. That means it is highly activator for ortho and para. So now let us focus on some important reactions, that is electrophilic substitution reactions. So first of all, you have to know the halogenation. So look at it. What happens? NHAs are highly activated. So that's why when this reacts with bromine water, okay, so all the orthopara are activated. So that's why you will get the product like this. We are ortho position, we are para position, and we are in ortho position. So this will known as 2, 4, 6 dibromo aniline. But one question arises, if you want to be at ortho and para position, so what you have to do? So first of all, we have to reduce the reactivity of NH2. So now what we have to do for this? So look at it. So for this we have to do the acetylation. So here what we have to do that? Here 3 CO का whole twice O. So this is known as acetylation. Now this will produce acetylene. So now what happens here? This will produce NH, C double bond O and CH3. This is known as acetylene. Are you getting this point? Now what happens here? How we can say that now the activity is reduced? Look at here. This lone pair can move here and also can move here. So that's why after attachment of this group, the reactivity of NH2 group are reduced. Now again look at here. This is even like this. Okay. So now look at here. This one can move here. Now the lone pair shifted here. Okay. So due to this reason, after acetylation, the reactivity of NH2 group is reduced. Now the bromination done for this reaction. Here the bromination is done. Okay. This is known as nuclear bromination. Now this will produce two products, ortho and para, but para is the major product. That's why we can write the para as a major product. This will give NH, CO and CH3, and we are attached to para. Now we have to move this. Here you have to do the hydrolysis. Are you getting this point? You have to do the hydrolysis. Okay. In that conditions, what happens? If this group are removed, that means acid are removed. Here one is again in. So now this will come like this. NH2 and Br. This is known as para-bromo aniline. So by this way, we can prepare the ortho and para-bromo anilines by reducing the reactivity of anilines. Okay. So these are about the halogenation. Now second reaction, that is known as nitration. So again look at here. What happens with the nitration? So for nitration, this is also most important. That is nitration. Most important. For examination point of view. NH2. What happens here? For nitration, you take the concentrate H2O3 and concentrate H2SO4. Now, here you will get the answer, that is ortho, beta and para. Then Lotto group at ortho position then NO2 group at beta position, and again when NO2 group at para position. So this is 51%, this is 47%, and this is nearly 2%. So one question may be that even that NH2 group is also para directors, okay, but here major component is also in the form of are para directors, but even the beta is also major product. So what is the reason behind them? Okay, so something you note down that this is a base, which is a signal. The acidification take place. In that condition, it will generate an aluminium ion. So this will generate aluminium ions. Okay, so that means aniline after reaction with acid, it will produce aluminium ion. Now look at here, this contains plus charge, so that's why you bring to it electrons. Okay, in that conditions what happens basically? Tell me what conditions happen here. So now in this time what happens here? Yes, you got the positive charge, okay, and beta got no charge. That's why this behave as meta director, and hence the major product is also meta. So one question may be that after nitration, what is the product of anilines? So here all three answers are there. Okay, but major is the more major in the para, second major in the beta. Now this reactions can also be done at alpha and para position. Again same thing happens. You have to repeat the same thing just like a halogenation. So first of all you have to do the acetylation. Okay, this is acetic anhydride. Now then you will get acetaldehyde, NHCO and CH3. Now the nitration can be done for this. So concentrate HNO3 and concentrate H2SO4. Okay. Now what happens here? You will get ortho and para nitro acetaldehyde. But here we have required the major. So that's why we can write NO. This is the major product. Now again hydrolysis takes place. Okay. So again hydrolysis takes place. And again same answers may be repeated. Now this group again becomes NH2 and this is NO2. Are you getting this point? So by this way you can guard the para nitro anilines. Now next most important reaction is sulfonation. So look at here what is the sulfonation. Okay. In case of sulfonation reactions, sulfonation. What happens here? In the sulfonation, NH2, then this will react with H2SO4. So first of all, this reaction takes place with the NH2, and now this will give aniline hydrogen sulfide like this. Are you getting this point? So this is known as aluminium hydrogen sulfide. Okay. Now it will be heated again at 455 to 475 Kelvin. So now this will change into NH2 and SO3H. So this is known as para amino benzene sulfonic acid. Okay. Now what happens here? This will change into a dipolar ions due to shifting of this end here. Now this will produce NH3 plus and SO3 minus. So this is known as sulfanic acid. First, this is known as sulfanic acid, and this is known as deuter ion. About this I told you. In biomolecules also, in case of amino acid, we also form the deuter ions. Here deuter ions means dipolar ions. The two ions are there, positive and negative. So that's why this is known as deuter ions. Okay, it is also known as dipolar ions. Okay, this is amphoteric in nature. Maybe behave as acid, maybe behave as base. One more question I told you. In case of alpha amino acid, that due to plus and negative charge. Okay, they will react differently in acidic and basic medium. look at here again. The medium is actually that means H plus are given. The H plus are here. Now this will have only positive charge. That fact it will move to the cathode. If the reaction occurs in the basic medium, that is OH minus, the one is removed. Now here only got the negative charge. In that condition, this will move to the towards the anode. So by this way, you can also know the movement of this type of chemicals. Are you getting this point? The deuterium is also very important. Now, one last thing you have to know that about the aniline, that aniline do not give Friedel-Crafts reactions. Okay? So what about the Friedel-Crafts reactions? Friedel-Crafts reaction. So what about this? Not given by aniline. Okay? So what happens here basically? Aniline will react with AlCl3, which are the loose acid in this reaction, and this will produce plus minus like charge like this. So they can form the salt. So by formation of salt, they do not give the Friedel-Crafts reactions. So this type of question may be asked in the board examination. Okay? What happens? Just what the confusion created by the examiner. Look at here. Is given by the reaction like this, ring NS2, and this is given CS3 CO3. What will be the answer? So most of the students write the answer like this. This is also correct, and by Friedel-Crafts reactions, it will give the reaction like this. Here COCA plus 3 are there, but this is your wrong answer because this is not given by the aniline. But the correct answer for this again, this is I told you, this is dilation. So Cl are removed. So now the answer same is like this. NH, CO and CS. Are you getting this point? This is your correct answer. Okay? So these all about the anilines. Till here you have to know about this chapter. So first of all, again listen the video lecture properly and go through the NCERT. I also given the sheet notes and also given the some questions. So just you have to try the all the questions after listening the PPT video. After listening the video lectures, and also after the reading the NCERT. You have to do the all the questions from NCERT. Okay, for your board examination. Thank you, dear students. Best of luck.